Hello everyone, and welcome back to Inside the Sphere, episode 8. Today I have a lot of really cool things to tell you about because a lot of interesting things have been happening to me lately. First up, I want to thank everyone for watching the Haunting Ground video. That video did way better than I thought it was going to do. Currently it's sitting at over 100,000 views, which, obviously mind blown by that. I thought it was gonna get like 20,000 views max because no one knows what that game is, but a lot of people watched it and I'm very happy about that because I love that game. Ever since I played it, I was just like, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite survival horror games now. So I'm glad that a lot of people liked the video, and some of the reaction from the video was really cool. Like, people got around to playing it, finding copies in stores, and just buying copies online, which is very brave thing to do. I think that game is super expensive. But a lot of people were tweeting at me after that video and commenting on the video about how they got around to playing it and they enjoyed it and found it super interesting. So that makes me really happy because that's sort of the point with a video like that. It's a game that I really like that no one really knows about, and I want to get it out there because it's so cool, So I'm glad it worked. A lot of people played the game and that's awesome because of my video. Weird. Want to thank you guys for also checking out the DMC5 review. So this is a really cool thing that happened to me. Really stressful, but also really cool at the same time. So the Haunting Ground video was super long, right? It was like 30 minutes long. I wanted to not leave anything out of that video. I wanted to represent Haunting Ground as best I could. So when I finally finished the video and I published it onto YouTube, literally like 5 minutes after I published it, I checked my email and there was an email from Capcom. And I was like, oh my god, what? And I clicked on it and it was like, hey, we like your channel. Here's a super early review code for DMC5. Please review our game. And I was like, oh, okay. Time to get to work. So I got to work immediately and I love the game. It was so great, having that game so early. I got it like 2 weeks before it came out and I knew about everything before everyone. I think, obviously the big review outlets and independent game reviewers probably also got codes too. So I didn't have many people to talk to about the game. So I knew about all the secrets and the reveals super early and I couldn't say anything. And I almost tweeted several times about Dante's Michael Jackson dance, but I couldn't do it. I had to keep it spoiler free, So for that video, I actually worked with a few Capcom PR people. And when I say work, I don't really mean like they didn't influence anything in the review. They were just sort of like, hey, we may send you a review code and we've sent your channel to the higher ups at Capcom. And I was like, oh, okay, great, awesome, I really appreciate that. And then I got the game really early and I spoke to them while I was making it and just oh, what should I mention, story-wise, and then they were very cool about it. They were like, you could talk about all of the gameplay, but I chose not to talk about some of the weapons that you can unlock in that game because I thought it might spoil the game a little bit. So I chose to make the video spoiler-free as much as I could. So yeah, that was a really great experience, and I hope it happens again. Guys, it is super weird that RE2 Remake and DMC5 actually came out, and they were both games that I was dreaming about for years, and they both exceeded my expectations and absolutely blew my mind. It's really tough because I love them both, right? But there's always that question of what's your game of the year? Can I choose both of them? Because I love them equally, and I don't want to say one is better than the other because they're sort of two different games. They both use the RE engine, and I think the way the engine is utilized may be better in one game than the other, but they're both just so amazing. It's so crazy that most of my Inside the Sphere episodes have mentioned both of these games in some way, and I actually got to play them both super early. It's sort of like a dream come true. It's dream games, and the way I got to play them is a dream come true. It's super cool. I'm just speechless right now. I don't know what to say. It was a great experience. So other than getting to work with Capcom PR and getting 2 of my dream games, I also received my silver play button from YouTube. It's really nice and shiny, and I don't have a ton to say about about it. It just, you know, it's got my name engraved on it. It's like a laser cut. It's very nice looking, like the play button overall. The way I look at the play button is sort of like a physical milestone of how far I've come as a content creator and a person. I touched on this briefly in my last Inside the Sphere, but I said everything before YouTube kind of feels like a waste of time now. The play button sort of feels like it's like the marker of like how far I've come and advanced in my life. I love it. I love it for that reason specifically. You know, it's not just like a trophy that I have on my wall. It means so much more to me than what people might think. And I couldn't have gotten it without you guys. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you. You know, it's great. I have it hanging on my wall. It's great waking up in the morning and seeing it and being like instantly reminded of my success and my evolution as a person. It's just really nice, you know? I like to share these things with you guys because it's important to me and you guys are important to me. You have helped me achieve the most amazing life for myself right now, and I'm so glad that I get to talk about video games that I love from my childhood, games that you guys may have not played, and get you into them, you know, because it's really odd being on YouTube, which is this platform that's like filled with people who are sort of like, you know, negative all the time. Even if a content creator isn't negative, they can still be a little overwhelming, and I want my videos to be like a nice fireplace that you're sitting next to, you know? Just imagine us sitting next to a fireplace and I'm telling you a story about this great time I had playing a game or something like that. And then hopefully you could play the game later on your own time and experience it for yourself. You know, long story short, you guys are the best and I love you. I genuinely do. Thank you. Moving on, the next really awesome thing that has happened in my life is that a group of modders is modding me into Resident Evil 2 Remake. But I was just saying it was a dream game, right? And now these lovely people, extremely talented people, are putting my Spear Hunter character into the game that I love so much. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, please go check out my Twitter, because I've been posting about it, like progress reports on the model, like on one of the models, because there may be more than one, and how it's been like advancing. Yeah, go check that out. There's some like videos and stuff that I've posted and 4K resolution screenshots. I believe I will be using some footage in this video of the mod, so yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I can't believe it. I'd like to shout out all of the people making it too. So first up is Evil Lord, who made the hair and the new face, my face, reshaped Claire's face into my face. So crazy. And like handmade the hair, my signature haircut. And we've got Crazy Potato, who's put together like all of the outfits and cleaned up all the textures and made them look super crisp and high res. And then the third person is Let Me Live Gaming, who made the turtleneck piece of clothing that my character wears. Absolutely amazing. She does a lot of other mods for other Resident Evil games, like outfits for like Jill Valentine and stuff, and it's all really good. Like, I highly recommend checking out her stuff too. Last but certainly not least, Zombie Ali, who made the best Resident Evil mod, the Thomas the Tank Engine mod. He helped out quite a bit. He helped rig the new Sue model to the game. He basically put the model in the game and made sure that it worked perfectly fine. So huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to all 4 of those beautiful people. Really appreciate it. Like, goddamn. So cool, guys. Can't believe it. It looks so good. I'm not saying this because it's my mod, but I honestly think that it is probably like the best looking Resident Evil 2 Remake mod, like purely from a construction standpoint. Like the face moves realistically, like you see a lot of other mods and like either the face is like completely stiff because it doesn't line up with the animations, or the face is exploding because the animations are bugging out. My mod just like works. Like the face just works, and it's not like crazy looking in the cutscenes, and like the quality on the texture work is just so great. Like I said, like the face is like shaped like my face, and the hair is like perfect. So I honestly think it's like one of the best looking mods, and it wouldn't have happened without these 4 amazing people coming together and combining all of their talents and just pulling out all the stops and making like the best mod. out there. So yeah, huge shout out to those four. You guys are awesome. So the next major video on my channel is going to be Resident Evil Code Veronica. Code Veronica is super interesting because I feel like as the years have gone on, more and more people find it divisive, which when it first came out, I feel like a lot of people really enjoyed it, like on the Dreamcast, and then when Code Veronica X came out, like more people liked it. But I think in retrospect, a lot of people are finding that the game hasn't aged very well. And I'm gonna save my opinions on the game for my video, so you guys can find out there. But yeah, I have a lot of mixed feelings about Code Veronica. I'll just say that much for now. But yeah, you guys will see very soon. Enter the Survival Horror Part 4. Resident Evil Code Veronica, baby. So another idea I have for my channel, and guys, let me know what you think about this. I want to potentially start a point-and-click adventure game series where I do like a similar thing like Enter the Survival Horror, but with a bunch of different point-and-click games like Still Life, The Longest Journey, Siberia, Phantasmagoria. I think point-and-click games would go good on my channel because those games have like a really like unsettling atmosphere most of the time, and I think that would fit right in alongside all the survival horror content on my channel and like hack and slash, like DMC kind of stuff. It's really funny. I think that I am a pretty happy person, like a pretty positive person, but like most of my content is like all this like dark stuff, like Haunting Ground. Like there's like imagery of like rape and cannibalism in that game, and it's like very scary and spooky and like freaky, and there are creepy guys like following you around, and like Resident Evil has scary monsters and blood and gore. And then in real life, I'm just sort of like, I just like to have fun, you know? Like I don't want to, I can't watch scary movies, but I love scary video games. I don't know what it is. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the point-and-click adventure games. I love a lot of them, and I would love to make videos about them. So anyway, guys, that will be the end of this episode of Inside the Sphere. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be updating you guys on Patreon, like I do, about Code Veronica, when that's coming out and how the development on that video is going. Look forward to that video, and yeah, I will see you in Code Veronica. Later.